push back, inevitably. It's not there anymore, but we'll hold the macro points because we might have a team fight.
Yeah, fight coming in here as Malrong does have that ultimate running. The stopwatch is down as Linderong makes its way into this fight as well. This is the Jin Air composition. This is what they want to do, but Linderong is just getting soloed out. No one else making their way in. The Chaos Storm just destroying Jin Air's bottom lane as Kellen existed once, but no longer. The fight continues on the top side. It is straight front to back from SKT, and the Zombie Scion cannot do anything. Jin Air just couldn't pull a trigger.
Clear looking for an exit kill on route. Will he hit this one?
Can he find it? Yes, he does. Oh, it was almost a bait, but who was baiting? Who was Clid goes golden. Linderong gets hit by the Q. Can he do it?
Oh!
Follows it through. He even gave Teddy the time to get the kill if he wanted to. Missed it, and then Clid able to follow up. Oh my God.
I'll max that ability first. I'll evolve that ability first. Leap second is pretty damn common. Here's the Sejuani.
Yep, that is going to be once again the Snake Lady being aggressed onto, but now able to turn around. They don't have the damage to get rid of Nuclear. And now Canyon dives into the backline, gets rid of the Vel'Koz. And that will...
They don't have the Mountain Drake, but they're still going to be able to rip through this one.
Peanut.
Nearly going down. Can Peanut get the steal? And nope, the Ren comes in. Is going to go to the side of Ghost. Do they follow up with a fight is the question. Peanut going in. He's diving big onto Dove, but once again, he's going to go down nearly immediately. Fly, he's also going to get Fear Beyond Death here. Has that stasis at least, so the fear does not come in, but it's just all tears here for the side of Gen.G, as at least Ruler is going to take out the Big Piggy and the Sejuani. But outside of that, it's all SANDBOX all the way.
Broken open the base, they take an inner turret there as well, and now Jin Air going for the desperation engage. Linderong getting his way forward. The Galio delivery system just isn't good enough because Teddy, as soon as he gets a few auto attacks off, they're dead. Yes, you managed to get your buttons pushed in the right positions, but you need to survive, as Marta's just able to emote spam before Grace is even dead. Finally, they get some 6 super minions moving in. Every wave as well as KT standing under their Nexus turrets, but they're not going to be there for very long as even Lava's auto attacks are ridiculous. He dives his way forward. The health bars of the KT Rolster team are just disintegrating. Score going to go down first. Smeb has his Gargoyle Stone Plate, but it doesn't feel like it's doing anything right now, and Zenit going to be the second to go down. KT, the fountain is no longer safe, and they'll be wiped, and their Nexus very soon to follow.
And big ups to Hanwha Live showing us
to push this one forward, but the gold is in favor of Gen.G. Can DAMWON find the fights that they're looking for? They're looking for it now as in goes the quickness. Grand entrance there, but Ruler does have the flash to get him out. The weave as well. The Vanguard's Edge. Massive damage coming in from Fly, but Life is getting taken down. The Vladimir is still gigantic, and the Aurelia is going to fall. Crimson Rush not there, but the Chaos Storm is going to fall down. It's a 1-for-1. Another grand entrance, but Hoyt has to get his head in. Viper still hanging around the area. Chovy wanting to try and ambush. Deft is such a juicy target. Over the wall he goes. Lehens doesn't find the first portion of this CC, but there's the Hemo Plague. And Deft already so incredibly low. No mana to speak of as Tarzan's trying to get in there. Viper over the side is the one to finish him off. The Urgot once again goes down as an afterthought, and Cuz will be the next one to fall. All the gap closes all the time. And Viper is now 3-2. And
yeah, Morgana had already roamed, and like you say, the timing was finite but on point. But Ruler
is in so much trouble. Canyon, can he get in there? Yes, he can. We got a huge knock-up on a Peanut as well. Good stopwatch to deny the Justice Punch, but still gets taunted. So much damage here as Canyon is just on an absolute tear. All the shields coming in. Fly even has to get himself the hell out of there because the teleport from Noguri comes in to save his life. And the Kha'Zix as well.
Old lead at truly being 4,000 right now. Not so much. Here we go.
Yep, trying to get in there. The quickness is down as Key does have the Devour. Sungy gets himself to a safe position. Featherstorm saves Zenit this time, but he's still going to get Decimating Smash. And Tal now trying to get his way out of the fight. Nice double stun to come in here as scored, keeping himself alive. Arrow lands onto Smeb in the backline, but the Equalizer didn't do enough work here as Bono trying some tricky stuff, and BDD putting his way into the front, gets a decent taunt. There are the stopwatches now as Bono slinks away but isn't able to survive this fight. The health bars are solo, but somehow it's just a 1-for-1 in the end. Smeb will die, meaning that Hanwha Life do manage to take the team fight, but damn, it was close. Guaranteed. can't see that passive be thrown over, even though we did. As there's the engage. Malrong's here, but it's a 3v3. Teddy flashes out of the way beautifully, but in goes Root. I don't know whether it's the idea they wanted, because Mata still had the Devour available. It was all a bait. It was all a cunning ruse, and SKT, they win it in the bottom lane.
Top lane inhibitor turret goes down, and Gen.G, they're on the ropes.
Yeah. This Nexus, only a couple of turrets there, but Noguri, he's just going to get rid of the champions underneath his ruler. See you later, mate. You are not going to survive that Hemo Plague. It's 2 members die in the blink of an eye. Fly looking on in horror from the relative safety of his fountain, but how much safety actually is that? As life turns up, wonders why everyone is dead. You're going to have to go home. It's a 2-0 for DAMWON Gaming in their...
A very different quandary for the Sivir.
And also needs BDD and Score to protect him while that happens. And it may not actually be enough here as they've caught out Snowflower. Does get into the stopwatch, but that is a C. Oh my goodness, he escapes the grand entrance as well to help him at the end, that battle dance.
Maybe Aatrox just run. If Aatrox zones away Varus, Jin Air win the fight. So it's all about threat. Speaking of threat...
Linderung. Few auto attacks there, but Teddy playing pretty safely. Faker in trouble. There's the unstoppable onslaught. Gets exhausted. Gets at least one knockup, but we're trading ultimates everywhere. Grace does get one knockup. Devour now on cooldown. That is super important as Faker might die. Winds of War going to be enough, augmented by Root's damage as Grace goes golden. This might be the fight that Jin Air we're looking for. Teddy now has nowhere to go. In goes Root. Dives forward with the killer instinct, and it's named exactly right in this fight.
And can dive with all of his friends. The dive buddies are there. The trust falls have been completed by Griffin. They definitely have some of the best communication we've ever seen. Speaking of trust falls.
Hands in possibly a little bit of trouble. Tucson has used the barrel quite nicely, but Tarzan going to grab that first kill. The double knockup from Sword as he makes his way in. And this is the type of combination play that we expect from Griffin. It's just beautiful. Bond once again trying not to die. This time he'll be okay, but the rest of his team, not so much.
And this
Riley's something potentially, or Azonya's to come in as item number 2.
Especially wouldn't have liked going for Ninja Tabi and not double Magic Pen. This is deep teleport. Here's Sion.
Yeah, Arrow is going to come down as well. Here's the combo once again. Bono is going to get in there and takes down the 80 carry so incredibly quickly. Hero's entrance is like jumping into hell here for BDD. They've got the equalizer, but is it too late? His Score is trying to meander his way out, but Key is jumping on him. One more and he'll be able to get the gobble. Underneath the turret, just licks him to death. And Hanwha Life Esports, a beautiful team fight, a beautiful engage, and they'll be now 6-2 in kills after it's all said and done.
A clean ace onto KT Rolster at 12 minutes. Old League going to be cemented with this turret going down. Griffin are on a different level to the other members of the LCK as far as we've seen. 2-0 over Afreeca, 3-0 over DAMWON, 3-0 over Gen.G so far on the 2019 patch, looking to make quick work of Kingzone.
Yep, this Death Note once again happening. As you can see, Lehen's once again bouncing around. It's another kill going over to Tarzan. This guy seems like he can do absolutely no wrong when it comes to Korean League of Legends at this stage. Tucson trying to make a play, but all he's going to do is die as the Nexus turrets fall. The Nexus soon to follow, and Griffin, their first game in the LCK for 2019 is no surprise for anyone following them, and an absolute joy to watch if you're already a Griffin fan.
Masterful performance from Griffin.
We're still able to get so much more than Kingzone.
Now there is an Infernal being worn by them, and Chovy could be taken down here. No ult, remember, on pawn.
Yep. That being said, he will need to be very, very careful. Disdain not able to actually arm, and the corrosive charge also not going to find it because gets the flash out. Chovy will get his head bonked into the turret as Deft lands it this time, wants to find the Q.
Sion!
Doesn't get it! Sidestep from Deft keeps him out of the way, but now Pawn once again in a horrible spot, and Chovy gets into the shroud and baits beautifully. Both of them go down. The best friends dead at exactly the same time. And Griffin just chuckle and get themselves towards that 10,000 gold.
Anime. Season 2, apparently the feedback was a bit more comedy.
Well, Lehens is the one that's jumped on that train and is now going to get caught once again, but Cuz puts his face into that cocoon, and that is not what you want. The rest of his friends do turn up. Kingzone have to back away. Chovy once again in his shroud. One is done. Death just explodes! Chovy found him, and Chovy dealt with him as well. Lehens gets in here, but he's not the one to talk about because all the damage is elsewhere. Cuz probably didn't want to actually kidnap anyone into the backline. His Sword just delivered free entry. The Urgot dies as an afterthought, and Rascal says, I don't want to go anywhere near you guys.